I finally built my dream home. It was located on the river. Beautiful glistening water. It had a beautiful mountain view next to it. It was a house that had everything I could ever need. A grand curtain wall overlooking the water. There was a large bed for the best night's sleep. A skylight to fill the room with natural lighting. A cozy seating area, complete with a coffee table, a fireplace with a painting on top. There are plants. There are lanterns. Beautiful carpet. Oh, and a lining of bookcases that had finishing touch. The place was perfect and all mine. Of course, moving into a new place was exhausting, and I had to get plenty of sleep. So for the first night, I took it easy. Got myself some shut-eye. My sleep was interrupted by a song I heard playing in the distance. What left me confused was the fact that nobody was supposed to be living around here. No noisy neighbors, nothing. But then I saw it. Up on the hill behind my house. A mannequin. With a jukebox? I don't know if this was some kind of joke. I couldn't believe it. I don't know who would do such a thing. But it was quite eerie. It's odd to say because the face on the mannequin itself was rather plain. Very unsuspecting, if you will. But I couldn't understand. I couldn't get it. I couldn't figure out why someone would do this. I was not liking this. The more I thought about it, the more it started to freak me out. I knew I had to hide. The next morning, I woke up. I fell asleep in the corner from last night while I was hiding. I noticed that there was no sound. It had gone completely silent. I gently peeked outside my back window at the hill. Sure enough, the mannequin was gone. As I went outside, I decided to sprint up there and check out the scene. The jukebox was also gone with it. As I make my way to the top of the hill, I noticed there was dirt. Sure enough, right where the mannequin and jukebox were located. I knew whoever was up to this, they were up to no good. I checked the distance and nothing. There was nothing around my house. I decided to head back to my house. On my way back, I was still scanning the area around. Not a sign of anyone. I looked over in the hill, looked by the mountain. I even looked over in the river. Found a lone squid. Didn't help that there was fog that morning. I just wonder. As the day was passing by, I started to dread the night. Who knows what could have happened? I wasn't ready to move out. I couldn't leave. I had just moved into this new house. And I was going to let some sort of prank scare me away. But I had to figure out what I was going to do in case something else happened the next night. Sure enough, I woke up to the sound of music. But it wasn't coming from the hill this time. It sounded closer. As I went to go look out my curtain wall, I saw it across the river. Jukebox. But there was no mannequin. I scanned the sightline for it. Looked on top of the mountain. Nothing. I knew it had to be around here somewhere. So I looked around. Chills ran up my arms and down my spine. Sure enough, jukebox. No mannequin. I look out my front window in the distance. There was nothing. As I peek out the other front window, well, that's when I saw it. I had nothing I could do. I backed into my corner and I waited. The next morning I knew what had to be done. I hung up curtains to cover my whole curtain wall and I boarded up my front door. I was completely isolating myself in here. I wasn't going to be caught off guard this time. I was going to be ready. I knew it was going to be back. So I waited and waited for night to roll around. And sure enough, it was back. But it was different. The song that played this time, it was worse. I was still being taunted by that same mannequin right outside my window. But that's when I heard it. Coming from my front door. Someone was knocking. Someone was actually here. Not just a mannequin. Not just a jukebox. Someone had approached. Luckily, I boarded up the front door. While I was prepared, I wasn't mentally prepared. No one ever actually came up to my house before. This was different. There was no way I could handle this, or whoever was out there. I had to sit and hide. Nothing I could do. I jolted awake the next morning. Everything was silent yet again. Nothing different from all the other mornings. Mannequin was gone. Jukebox was gone. As I unboard my front door, I look outside. Sure enough, see the sign of trespassing. Dirt around my front door. Someone was definitely there. I frantically looked around. Yet again. Up on the hill. Nothing. Across the river. Over by the mountain. There was nothing. There was nothing I could do. What was I to do? I assumed they wanted me gone. They wanted me to leave my house, and I came up with an idea. I decided to make a bunker. Small little hiding hole underneath my house. I could wait out the night here. It was small and simple, but it might just do the trick. Sure enough, I waited again. This night was different. It was silent. I waited in my bunker the next couple nights as well, but nothing. Complete silence. I decided to come out of my bunker, and I figured whoever was doing this before Must have gotten bored, but I could finally get a good night's sleep in my bed. It had been a few days and there was no sign of anybody. Things were peaceful once again. I could go fishing on the river, catch me some food, and not be bothered one bit. Looks like things were starting to look up. I could finally enjoy my house. And well, that's where my story ends.